Imagine standing at the base of a tree so tall, its crown disappears into cloud. The trunk before you is wider than an entire house. The air is thick, warm, and saturated with moisture you can almost drink. There is no bird song, no rustling of mammals in the undergrowth. Instead, the ground begins to tremble, slowly, rhythmically. A shadow moves between the trunks, not the shadow of a predator. Something so large that its footsteps reshape the soil beneath your feet. Its neck rises above the canopy like a living crane reaching for the sky. Its body alone weighs more than 15 modern elephants combined. This is not a monster from legend. This is Earth 150 million years ago. And this world did not belong to us. It belonged to them. The Jurassic period ran from approximately 201 to 145 million years ago. A span of 56 million years during which life reached sizes never seen before. Global temperatures were 5 to 10 degrees Celsius warmer than today. There were no polar ice caps anywhere on the planet. Forests stretched from the equator all the way toward the poles. The animals that dominated this world were the largest ever to walk on land. This is the story of how Earth built its kingdom of giants. Around 201 million years ago, massive volcanic eruptions tore open the sky. Enormous quantities of carbon dioxide flooded the atmosphere. Forests across entire continents caught fire and burned. Oceans acidified, and the large predators of the Triassic began to collapse. Species after species disappeared. The ecological stage was swept completely clean. Dinosaurs had existed since the mid-Triassic, but never dominated the planet. Now they inherited an empty world with no major competitors remaining. Vast ecological niches lay open, untested, unclaimed in every direction. They began to diversify at a pace Earth had rarely witnessed. Atmospheric carbon dioxide reached 3 to 5 times modern levels. This accelerated plant growth and drove forests toward extraordinary density. This was a planet rebuilding itself, and rebuilding itself larger than before. Because Earth had been here before, and it knew how to fill empty space. The supercontinent Pangaea was fracturing along ancient geological lines. The Atlantic Ocean was beginning to open for the very first time. Shallow seaways spread across what would become North America and Europe. These inland seas drove humidity hundreds of kilometers into continental interiors. Equatorial temperatures held steady around 30 degrees Celsius year-round. Even at high latitudes, winters were mild, brief, and largely frost-free. In this world, plants did not merely grow, they competed with every resource. And competition among plants over millions of years leads to one result. Height, always height, reaching upward above every competitor below. Araucaria conifers rose to heights of 40 to 50 meters across vast regions. Their trunks exceeded 3 meters in diameter, wider than most modern doorways. Tree ferns formed a second dense canopy layer beneath the giant conifers. Cycads with thick, armored trunks carpeted every forest floor. Horsetails, growing to 10 meters, lined every riverbank in impassable groves. There were no flowering plants anywhere on the Jurassic planet. No grasses, no fruit, no flowers offering anything to those who spread seeds. Jurassic vegetation was tough, fibrous, and nutritionally very sparse. Digesting it demanded enormous biological effort from any animal that tried. Yet something had evolved specifically to eat this entire world wholesale. And it needed to be very, very large to do it. To understand Brachiosaurus, forget every scale reference you have ever used. Forget the elephant, forget the whale, forget every living animal today. Brachiosaurus altithorax stood 9 meters tall at the shoulder. Its neck extended to a total height of 13 meters above the ground. Its total body length reached an estimated 26 meters from nose to tail. Its weight reached between 30 and 60 metric tons. Its neck was built from 13 elongated vertebrae, each one partially hollow. This reduced the neck's weight without sacrificing any structural strength. The same air-filled bone system found in modern birds scaled beyond intuition. To pump blood from its heart to its brain required extraordinary pressure. Pressure that would rupture the blood vessels of almost any other animal. Its heart alone is estimated to have weighed between 200 and 400 kilograms. Jurassic vegetation was low in nutrients and extremely high in cellulose. Extracting energy from it demanded an enormous, slow-moving fermentation gut. Brachiosaurus needed between 120 and 400 kilograms of food every single day. Only a body large enough to house multiple fermentation chambers could manage this. And its height gave access to food completely unavailable to every competitor. The canopy tops of Araucaria forests were stripped bare by nothing else. Brachiosaurus had claimed an ecological position unavailable to any rival. Size was not excess here. Size was the only strategy that worked. Yet Brachiosaurus did not walk alone across those ancient floodplains. Moving through the same world was a creature extreme in a completely different way. Where Brachiosaurus reached toward the sky, Diplodocus stretched across the land. Its total body length reached 25 to 33 meters for the largest specimens. Its neck extended 8 meters forward from the base of its shoulders. Its tail stretched 14 meters behind it toward the opposite horizon. Diplodocus swept its neck side to side, covering vast ground without moving its feet. It stripped an entire arc of vegetation clean before taking a single step. Its teeth were long, peg-like, and angled forward, not built for chewing. It closed its jaws around a branch and pulled backward, raking every leaf free. The plant matter was swallowed whole and sent into the vast fermentation gut below. And then there was the tail, tapered to a thin biological whip at its very end. Analysis suggests the tail tip could move at speeds exceeding the speed of sound. A crack like a gunshot echoing across the Jurassic floodplain. Fossil trackways show Diplodocus moved in organized groups across ancient mud. Younger animals were positioned at the center, surrounded by larger adults. These were not mindless eating machines. They were social organisms. They protected their young, communicated across distances, moved as one. Yet all that intelligence could not protect them from what watched at the tree line. Something with one purpose only, precision engineered by evolution to kill. It did not need to match its prey in size. It needed to be faster and more precise. Allosaurus fragilis reached 8.5 to 12 meters in length, 1.5 to 3 metric tons. Compared to Brachiosaurus, almost small, but mass comparison is meaningless here. What matters in predation is whether you can kill before you are killed. Large openings in its skull reduced cranial weight without losing structural strength. Its teeth were serrated, compressed, and curving backward, designed to slice. Biomechanical studies show it attacked with its upper jaw, driving down like a hatchet. The entire neck and head moved as a single unit, a controlled detonation of force. Sauropod bones bearing its tooth marks show systematic, methodical stripping of muscle. Not random gouging, organized and efficient feeding from the very start. At the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry in Utah, 46 Allosaurus skeletons were found together. Evidence pointing toward coordinated group behavior around large carcass sites. A world of giants required a predator that exploited every structural vulnerability. And even the armored ones were not truly safe from what this predator could do. In a world where herbivores survived through sheer mass, one animal chose differently. It could not outrun Allosaurus, could not disappear into the high canopy. It could not rely on speed, height, or enormous body weight. Instead, Stegosaurus stenops became a living weapon. Its body reached 6 to 9 meters in length and weighed up to 7 metric tons. Modest by sauropod standards, but equipped unlike anything around it. A double row of bony plates ran the entire length of its spine. Some plates reached heights of up to 60 centimeters above the back surface. Scientists debated their purpose for more than a century without agreement. Defensive armor? Display structure for attracting mates? Thermoregulatory device? Histological analysis revealed dense blood vessel networks running through each plate. Blood could flow through them in controlled quantities, potentially changing their color. Temperature regulation, species signaling, and threat display functioning all at once. Evolution rarely builds a structure for just one purpose when several are available. But the plates were never the primary killing tool. That was the tail. 4 conical bone spikes at the tail's end, each one up to 90 centimeters long. Not passive armor, an active weapon swung with considerable force. Allosaurus specimens have been found with healed puncture wounds matching those spikes. Direct fossil evidence of actual combat preserved in bone 150 million years later. That wound penetrated deep enough to reach bone, and the Allosaurus survived it. That particular encounter ended in a draw. Not all encounters did. In a world that measured survival by the ton, Stegosaurus chose complexity instead. Plates that communicated, a tail that punctured bone, a posture that signaled intent. The Jurassic was not only a world of scale, it was a world of escalating ingenuity. And moving nearly unseen through its shadows were the future inheritors of everything. While the land giants competed on the continents, the oceans told a parallel story. The shallow epicontinental seas of the Middle and Late Jurassic were extraordinarily rich. Warm temperatures, high sea levels, abundant nutrients from new continental margins. These seas ranked among the most biologically productive in all of Earth's history. And into this abundance, reptiles had returned to the water. Ichthyosaurs had been refining the aquatic body plan for nearly 50 million years. Their streamlined, torpedo-like forms represent convergent evolution at its most elegant. The same hydrodynamic shape independently derived by dolphins 150 million years later. Ophthalmosaurus possessed eyes 23 centimeters across, the largest of any vertebrate ever. Not an evolutionary accident, a precise response to hunting in near total darkness. It descended into depths where sunlight barely reached and hunted there successfully. Moving through the same waters, Plesiosaurs followed an entirely different strategy. Long-necked Cryptoclidus used its flexible neck to dart at fish from unexpected angles. 4 enormous flippers provided 3-dimensional maneuvering no fish could achieve. Short-necked Leopleurodon was an apex ambush predator, estimated at 5 to 7 meters. It waited motionless in open water, then struck once with devastating force. 2 completely different body plans hunting the same prey in the same Jurassic Sea. The ocean was not a simpler version of the arms race on land. It was another dimension of it. And above that ocean surface, a 3rd dimension of the war was being contested.
Back off, or you'll feel my tail.
Before birds, before bats, before any mammal ever left the ground, the Jurassic sky belonged entirely to the pterosaurs. They were the first vertebrates in the entire history of life to achieve powered flight. a wing membrane stretched between an enormously elongated fourth finger and the body. Hollow pneumatized bones reduced their weight enough to make sustained flight possible. Early Jurassic Dimorphodon spread wings 1.4 meters wide from its cliff-edge launch sites. By the late Jurassic, Rhamphorhynchus had refined every aspect of the aerial body plan. A long, stabilizing tail, backward curving teeth perfect for seizing fish mid-dive. Wingspan reaching 1.8 meters, an animal that lived most of its life airborne. These pterosaurs occupied a three-dimensional realm the dinosaurs below could not access. The sky was a separate ecological world, vast and rich enough for its own arms race. Then, in 1861, a feather was found in the Solnhofen limestone of Bavaria, Germany. It was 150 million years old, unmistakably a modern-style flight feather. But the skeleton it belonged to had a long, bony tail extending vertebra by vertebra. Three freely articulated clawed fingers projected from each wing structure. Teeth set into proper jaws, rather than the keratin beak of modern birds. Yet, simultaneously, fully developed asymmetrical flight feathers covered both wings. A fused furcula, the wishbone, essential to the power stroke of modern avian flight. Body mass estimated at just 0.8 to 1 kilogram, light enough for flight to work. Archaeopteryx lithographica, the most famous fossil in the history of paleontology. Cladistic analysis places it firmly inside the dinosaur family tree without ambiguity. A close relative of Velociraptor and Deinonychus, undeniably a dinosaur. And, undeniably, also a flying animal with fully functional flight feathers. The evolutionary line connecting dinosaurs to modern birds is continuous and unbroken. In those same Jurassic forests, on the dark forest floor far below Archaeopteryx, something small moved through the fallen leaves at night. Rarely larger than a modern rat, many no bigger than a house shrew. Active only at night, when the large predators had stopped moving. Eating insects, seeds, small invertebrates from the forest floor debris. Sheltering inside burrows, beneath root systems, inside narrow rock crevices. By every outward measure, completely insignificant in the world of the giants. They were mammals, and they had already been persisting for 50 million years. Megaconus mammaliiformis from China, dated to approximately 165 million years ago. A small omnivore weighing roughly 250 grams, surviving at the absolute margins. Castorocata lutrasimilis, a semi-aquatic mammal actively hunting fish in Jurassic streams, demonstrating that even then, mammals were diversifying beyond simple insectivory. Jeremiah sinensis, dated to 160 million years ago, the oldest known eutherian mammal. The lineage that would give rise to every placental mammal that would ever live. Every primate, every carnivore, every human being alive on Earth today. What advantage did these animals carry that the giants around them did not? Warm blood, fur, the ability to stay active through cool nights when reptiles slowed. Larger brains relative to body size than any contemporary reptile possessed. And one advantage that would prove more decisive than any other when catastrophe struck. They were small enough to hide from everything that wanted to kill them. In a world where giants commanded every resource, the mammals lived in the margins. And the margins, when catastrophe strikes without warning, are where survivors come from. The Jurassic taught them patience across millions of generations in the dark. It taught them endurance, invisibility, and how to wait without end. 66 million years later, an asteroid 12 kilometers wide entered the atmosphere. The age of giants ended within hours of first contact with Earth's surface. The mammals that had spent 150 million years practicing invisibility walked out. They walked out onto an empty planet and began to inherit everything in it. When we look at the Jurassic period in full, a single pattern emerges clearly. High carbon dioxide drove the plants upward. Tall plants fed the giant herbivores. Giant herbivores forced predators toward greater precision and coordination. Every organism was the logical answer to a specific ecological question. Brachiosaurus was not an accident. It was the mathematical result of its environment. Allosaurus did not develop its hatchet skull by chance. It was the only solution. Archaeopteryx did not grow feathers randomly. It was the end of a long trajectory. The Jurassic was not chaos. It was an equation. And every organism was a solution. What the equation could not account for was the randomness of the cosmos itself. A 12-kilometer rock moving silently through empty space toward Earth. No ecosystem, however stable, can survive a variable it never evolved to handle. And yet the Jurassic had already written its own answer into the shadows. Not in the giants. The answer was always in the creatures beneath them. Earth does not waste its experiments. It archives them for when they are needed. We are what the Jurassic kept hidden and waiting in the dark beneath the giants. Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this journey through deep time. If this exploration moved you, subscribe and stay for the next ancient chapter. Your curiosity is what keeps these lost worlds alive. Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this journey through deep time. If this exploration moved you, subscribe and stay for the next ancient chapter. Your curiosity is what keeps these lost worlds alive.